I let her go without a fight, assuming she had already moved on. We had been together for nearly 2 years, and for most of that time, things felt right, effortless even. But over the past few months, something shifted. Arguments became more frequent, and the easy connection we once had started to fade. Then one day, after yet another fight, she looked at me and said she needed space. She wasn't sure about us anymore. I couldn't wrap my head around it at the time. We had shared so much. I thought we were in it for the long run. But instead of trying to mend what was breaking, I let her go. Maybe it was pride. Maybe I didn't want to admit that we were slipping away from each other. I told her I understood, that I wouldn't hold her back if she wasn't happy anymore. I figured some distance would give her clarity. She was strong, independent. I thought she'd figure it out. Maybe even move on and find someone who made her smile again. Weeks passed. I tried to fill the empty space she left behind. I spent more time with friends, buried myself in work, stayed busy. But no matter how much I tried to distract myself, there was always this ache, this quiet, persistent longing. I missed her. I missed how she could light up a room with her laugh, the way we could talk for hours without ever running out of things to say, the way she was always just there. And in those quiet moments, I began to wonder if letting her walk away had been a mistake. One evening, as I sat on the couch mindlessly scrolling through my phone, a soft knock echoed from the front door. It was late. I figured it might be one of the guys dropping by unannounced. But when I opened the door, it was her. She stood there, eyes red and swollen, face streaked with tears. She looked exhausted, like sleep had been eluding her for days. For a moment, I froze, caught off guard. All the emotions I'd tried to bury came rushing back. "Hey," I said quietly, stepping aside to let her in. She didn't say anything right away, just stood there, wiping at her cheeks. There was something heavy in her expression, something she was trying to find the words for. "I made a mistake," she said at last, her voice barely above a whisper. "I thought I could just leave and be okay. I thought I'd be better without you. But I wasn't." My heart thudded. I wanted to ask why it took her so long to come back, to explain what changed. But I held back. This wasn't the time for questions or blame. She was hurting, and it was clear that her time away had been anything but easy. "I'm sorry," she continued, her voice shaking. "I didn't realize how much I loved you until I left. I thought I needed space. But what I really needed was you." In that moment, all the anger and confusion I'd carried began to dissolve. She was standing in front of me, open, raw, vulnerable. And all I wanted was to hold her, to let her know that I still cared, that I hadn't stopped. I wrapped my arms around her, holding her close like I never wanted to let go again. She clung to me, her sobs slowly easing as she pressed her face into my chest. Neither of us said much after that. We didn't need to. The silence said everything. After a while, she pulled back just enough to look up at me. Her voice was soft, tentative. "Do you still love me?" I nodded, my throat too tight to speak. I never stopped. We had both made mistakes, both let things fall apart. But maybe, just maybe, we still had time to put the pieces back together. It wasn't going to be easy. But I was willing to fight for her. For us. She stayed that night. We talked, really talked for the first time in what felt like forever. We unpacked everything. The fights, the silence, the things we'd left unsaid. We didn't have a neat solution. But we had something that mattered more, hope. And in the end, that was enough to start again.